This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Talking Heads with Nasty is brought to you by ATC, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, CNC Hardware Locksmithing, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, Island Wholesale, Johnson Button Store, Joker's Brow, J.S. Johnson, KFC, Frosty Jones, Hercules Island James, and Tropical Gyros.
Until you chat ahead and watch the way I navigate.
The Wednesday we good, Mr. Producer? Be good? Be all thumbs up? Look like you having a little issues, so I want to make sure you good. All right, what's happening, y'all? The Wednesday, February 8th edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. Let me have my Musa moment. Hope you had a good Wednesday. Hope you had a good hump day. Hopefully the hump wasn't too big and you get over it. And, we got a great show lined up for you. All right, it's Open Line Wednesday. So we'll be firing it up in short order. But before we get in, got to pick up all the sponsors, including CNC Hardware and Locksmithing, all right? Don't forget, they got the best automotive car key prices in town. Right up until February 14th, they're having a Valentine's Day sale. Awesome savings on car keys. All right, now, hey, if your key seems to be going, don't wait till it's gone. Get in there to CNC Hardware and Locksmith, and they're going to get you hooked up. Great deals on keys right now, right up until Valentine's, all right? They're located on Mackey Street, opposite Cartwright's Garage. Open at 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturday, all right? And don't forget, they can cut and program almost any car key, and they provide quality service. Give them a call today, 803-4899. That's 803-4899, or 393-4058, 393-4058. That's CNC Hardware and Locksmith, and definitely check them out. They got a wide variety of products as well, too. Not just the car keys. They got great home alarm systems. In addition to that, they got all your locksmithing needs as well. So be sure to check them out, all right? Great things popping over there at CNC Hardware and Locksmithing. So let's get into it. Got to get your mind in the right place. Yeah, because it's Wednesday. And before we open up the lines and chop it up and have this great conversation and this good dialogue, I need to know you're in a good place. So I got your brain teaser lined up. Here's how you chime in. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Phone lines are open. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96, 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969. BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on. All right. And you know what you're playing for. Jokers Wild Party Passes, Dunkin' Donuts coupons, KFC coupons, and lunch or dinner your choice from Naughty Johnny's. All right? So, yeah, the bag is fully loaded. All right? I got the bag for you today. All right. And here's what we're working with. And it's Wednesday, so I don't think I'm going to make it too hard for you, but I'm going to make it work a little bit. I don't want you to just, get an easy one. You got to work a little bit. Now, where are we going to go? All right. Recent survey of 100 Bahamians who exercise. Recent survey of 100 Bahamians who exercise. 50 men, 50 women. Okay? Survey revealed that 45%, or 45 out of 100, say they do this at least once a week while exercising. What is it? That's your mind-bending brain teaser. You got between now and the top of the news and the 5 o'clock hour to get your answers in. All right? So here's your question one more time. Recent survey, 100 Bahamians who exercise, 50 men, 50 women. Survey revealed that 45%, or 45 out of 100, said they do this at least once a week while exercising. What is it? That's your mind-bending brain teaser. You know how to get it in. You know how to get it on. Get at me. And for those who chimed in, vomit, no. No. Oh, Lord. Text, I'm so sorry you missed your flight to Eleuthera. No mangras for you this week. You got to wait till next week. Oh, Lord. I can understand. You text by these mangras in Eleuthera all the time. I know you upset. All right, let's keep it going. While you work on your answer, because all of you texted in right now, it's not even close. So while you work on that, I'm going to work on this. The headliners, who are what's making headlines in the 242, all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. New arrivals in stock right now, both locations, all right? Great deals on suits going on and all the accessories to match, all right? Be sure to check them out online, finethreads.com. Do your shopping online, then arrange for pickup at any one of those convenient Fine Thread locations. The flagship store, top of the hill, Mackey Street, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza location. Both of those locations open for you Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right, here we go. We're blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian, news and views that matter since 1844. Government approves NIB rate hike. Increase expected to take effect in July. Now, I just sit here and shake my head. Story by Candia Dames, executive editor. The Cabinet of the Bahamas has green-lighted a National Insurance Board rate increase, which is expected to take effect July 1st. The Nassau Guardian understands. The government has made an announcement. The government has not made an announcement as yet, but a 1.5% increase has reportedly been agreed. Now, if you remember last year on the show, probably like right after I started my second month here, around the 22nd of April, I remember Mr. LaRota went out and said, listen, we're going to have to increase the National Insurance Board deductions. We're going to have to bump them up to 1.5%. Obviously, we need to get to 4.5% to get enough cash back into the NIB to make it solve and make it function. But we can't just jump to 4.5%. Now, instead of introducing it at 1.5% last year, the PM decided to delay it. So now a year later, we're back to where we started at 1.5%. And we've lost the whole year of revenue. Because while they didn't put that burden on us, other burdens were placed on the backs of the poor. So 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. Here we are again, a year behind the revenue. And eventually it's going to creep up to that 4.5. And you and I are going to feel that. So let's see where it goes. It's been proposed to take effect in July. Buckle up. Not a bill. Not a taxation. Not a deduction. But I hope to God that this go around after we do this, that there will be cash in the coffers for Bahamians who depend on NIB for their benefits. Because that's what it's all about. And it is our money. So we do need to ask about it. Bahamas Air denies claims from ministers that millions of dollars are missing in Haiti. Story by Travis Cartwright-Carroll, news editor here at The Guardian. Bahamas Air Managing Director Tracy Cooper said yesterday the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, asserted that millions of Bahamas Air's money is missing in Haiti, and it is not true. Cooper noted that Bahamas Air suspended services to Port-au-Prince and Cape Haitian, Haiti, during the pandemic. Quoted as saying, during this period, certain administrative and reconciliation issues occurred within the company that provided handling and representation services for Bahamas Air in Haiti. As a result, funds related to sale within Haiti were deposited in the Bank of Haiti once service resumed. Now, it continues. Let me get the continuation, because I don't like to leave the continuation. I want to make sure I get everything in there for you. But it says the funds were left in there is an amount in the $530,000 range in deposits made in the bank for Bahamas Air by our handling agent in Haiti due to ticket sales. The amount is now reconciled, and there is no dispute regarding the funds owed. We anticipated that their arrears will be received shortly in the normal course of business. No. You haven't received the money, Mr. Cooper. So until you do, it is not solved. There is a dispute. All right, maybe there's no dispute because they say they're going to pay you the money, the $530,000, but until it gets in our Bahamian bank, in Bahamas Air's account, we got to issue a $530,000 that we need to collect. Now, maybe there's no dispute on the figure, but why hasn't it gotten here yet? Can we have some sort of announcement when it does get here for total clarification? Because to say you expected to get in a normal course of business, I don't know, the situation in Haiti kind of hectic, so why not? Get it here, get it organized, and make sure we have it before you say there's no dispute, because maybe there's no dispute on figure, but we ain't got paid yet. Don't let that become a dispute. And for God's sake, Mr. Cooper, when you get that information, let Joe Public know so we know. Because last time I checked, we helped fund Bahamas Air, right? Taxpayers' money. Let's check the tax lines. Naughty, how come we can't sell the prison or privatize it along with Bahamas Air? Good question. Very good question. Very, very good question. Naughty, anytime it comes to tax increase, the PM always says that's not going to happen, then boom, it happens eventually. He said the same thing about BPL. He cannot be trusted when it comes to things like this. Yeah, so far, got issues with the accountability and transparency. I'll tell you that much right now. Let's read some more headlines. Pintard demands PM bring info to support BPL claims. In light of Prime Minister Philip Davis' acknowledgement in Parliament on Wednesday that his administration consciously made a decision to, upon coming to office in September 21, not to execute BPL's fuel hedge trade as requested by BPL's Fuel Hedge Committee. Opposition leader Michael Pintard yesterday insisted the government decision has burdened the Bahamian people with millions of dollars in fuel costs. And as outlined in the Nassau Guardian's article yesterday, the Prime Minister, for the first time since controversy arose over the matter, suggested intimate knowledge of the decision, saying, in September 2021, we decided to deal with the emergency in front of us. And you get back to page 3 again. Rather than making a forward bet, a forward gamble, it was a reasonable decision. Previously, Davis had said in an outside of Parliament, he knew nothing of any request. So there, again, more disingenuity from this administration, more misleading statements. Who knows what knows who's really telling the truth? But I know we're paying for it. An expensive mistake right there, I'll tell you. An expensive omission. Somebody should have known what's going on. Naughty, good afternoon. No, that's not it. Not walking, not spending. No. But you're way off with this answer today. I'll tell you that now. And all the irony of it, right after that, BPL resuming fuel hedge trades. So they're now entering a new agreement that will hedge an additional 15% of its acquired fuel. God. It's like we running in a circle. It's like Groundhog's Day. Just over and over and over again. And that's a wrap right there on your headliners. Who else making headlines in the 242? All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. And let's get up into the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John's Shoes. And John's reminds you, new arrivals every Monday and Tuesday, ladies. And, of course, they have a full line, casual, formal, and athletic for men, women, and children. All right? And, of course, your workwear and your fast fashions with all the accessories to match. In addition to all that, they now have small home appliances and cookware as well for you. So be sure to check out John's both locations, John's Plaza Carmichael and the flagship store over there on Rosetta today. And remember, John's serving you is a pleasure. All right, so let's jump on in. Here's what I'm buzzing on today. Here's some things that I want your take on. And feel free to chime in. Phone lines are open, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. It is an open line Wednesday edition. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96, 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969. BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on. All right. Couple of things that just jumped out. What's your take on the stand taken by Mr. Pintard, the leader of Her Majesty's Royal Opposition in the House today? Along with what seems to be a unified F&M front, maybe for one just not okay. What's your take on that? Once again, took a stand in the House and held this administration accountable. And one thing you got to notice, you got certain individuals making protests outside the House. But don't you think a protest inside the House holds more weight? I think it holds more weight in my book. And it is a protest inside the House, all right? And check this out. You had the F&M protest in the House. You had the COI and other individuals protest outside the House. How deep in trouble is this Davis administration with the voters already? Not even 2 years into this administration. 15 months to be exact. Is it too early, maybe, for a party to consider a leadership change if dissatisfaction grows among Bahamians? Do you think the PLP got the moxie to suggest a leadership change? Because, I mean, when you look at leadership, Mr. Bain holding his own in the COI, Mr. Pintard doing a stand-up job with the F&M and continues to make headlines and hold this administration's foot to the fire on multiple levels. So, would we consider that? Do you think they got the moxie to do that? So, what's your take on that? Why would I behave? Or why would I have problems, whereas they have shares in Cable Bahamas and other entities? Text me back on that. This kind of broken up, and I want to make sure I get a good grasp on what you texted me. And if you drive it into the pothole, I understand. What's your take on the shanty towns? A lot of slapping up over this, but I haven't heard any possible solutions. I have heard nobody agitate for the judiciary to make a decision on said matter. So why not? Okay? Let's be real. What's your take? Let me know. In Texas, you're firing and fast and furious and all these answers wrong. But what's your take on the shantytown situation? Let me know how you feel. I think we need, the correct agitation and the parliamentary pressure needs to be applied to the judiciary to make a decision in this. And what we can act upon, do not let it grow to 300 times its original size. If we can eradicate it, and if we can remove it within the guidelines of the human rights protocols and treaties that we've signed internationally. So let me know what you think about that. It's an open line edition. Here's something that I find really, really disingenuous. Had a conversation today about the procurement portal. And I'll be honest with you. Big up to my crew in Grand Bahama. Always a good conversation with my Grand Bahama crew. Let me check the text this. Naughty, these guys would play dumb and foolish to push their political terrorism agenda. They know they are wrong, but that is how they play political warfare. You all need to understand these PLPs. They are not an ordinary political party. Naughty, you forgot Brave ain't leader because he never in town, so you must blame everything on Chester. Well, Chester been more PM than Brave, if you ask me, because he been in the house more than Brave. Photo op Phil is always on a photo op assignment. And you can't really blame everything on Chester because you can't deny $1.2 billion of investments in Exuma. You can't deny the tourism numbers. You can't deny some of the investments coming in here that are legit. So you can't really blame him. I mean, if you can blame him, you got to give him credit too. Because he's been doing the most work out of them too, if you ask me. I mean, $1.2 billion don't lie. And I didn't see him all snatch up in the FTX SBF fiasco, if we keep it at 400. But here's something I found interesting about the procurement portal. All right? Very interesting. The portal is up. But this administration repealed the Procurement Act. So if the act is repealed, no information needs to be provided to go on said portal. So the portal is basically useless to you and I to find out where our money in the form of contracts is going. But all the while, this administration could put up on the portal, well, this job has been tendered and this contract has been tendered, but who's got the contract? How much was paid? That's very disingenuous. Very, very lacking in transparency and accountability, if you ask me. And this administration campaigned on that. So if we keep it at 100, look at that. I mean, that would be, to me, I take that as an insult to anybody with any ounce of intelligence and their voter's card and taxpayers. You really trying to pull the wool over my eyes. You trying to be slick. You got to call them on stuff like that. Let's go to the Texas. This administration is lousy. Pinto had Brave and says lying on themselves when confronting the BPL fiasco. That and a couple other things too, but yeah, he's really drilled the point home with that, I'll tell you. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, Jeff here.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Right here, boy. Very interesting conversation I had in the group today.
Which one? We got plenty.
In our group, keeping everything full 100. There were some salient questions put forward, and like what happened in Parliament today, we want answers. The big thing with me is carbon credits. I'm trying to keep my eyes on this whole scenario. Whereas, wanting to know if the Bahamas has begun to collect anything on the carbon credit. And
where's it going? And where's it ended up?
Where's it going? Who is in full control of it? Who can give a proper accounting of what has been collected thus far, what is still outstanding, and so on and so forth. I mean, so many things. You talk about transparency and accountability in this country, and that is not something that is the norm, because it seems as if certain secrets need to be kept. But the Bahamian people are now awoke. We want to know what's really going on in our country, especially as it pertains to the finances that so rightfully belongs to the Bahamian people. We need to find these answers out, and we're going to keep pressing the persons in charge, regardless, of course, the political divide, but in particular, the governing party. They've got to have these answers for the Bahamian people, because we are not going to ease up on them until full disclosure and the more they deny the vehicles and the platforms that should be in place for us to access said information, we're going to go doubly as hard, because it's our money and we need to know where it's going. But you know what's so funny with this whole thing, Naughty, and this is the part that gets me. We have the pundits out there who would try to protect them from being asked the questions that the Bahamian people actually demanding them to ask. Anytime you do not demand answers from a government, anyone who's handling your affairs, and you feel that through asking that they're going to victimize or intimidate or have their pundits come at you asking, well, why are you asking this? And the biggest fallout for them is always, well, hey, when the opposition, when the former party was in, he didn't ask all these questions. Why are you asking it of this question? Hey, people wake up. So there's nobody, no government, no political party government that's going to come into power to handle the people's affairs. That the Bahamian people are not going to stand up, rise up, and begin to ask serious questions, which many of them have failed to answer from time immemorial. That time is gone. Thanks for taking my call, Naughty.
Always a pleasure, Jeff. Be safe, man. Good stuff as always. Let me check the text lines. Naughty, can we call for the resignation of the judge who have this ongoing Shantytown injunction going on? I wish we could get some parliamentary pressure put on there. Somehow, some way, some shape or form. The former administration didn't do it. Dr. Minnis didn't do it. And this administration is not doing it. We need a little pressure on the judge to make that decision. Fish or cut bait. Naughty, what I'm saying is NIB have shares in Cable Bahamas, so why do they need to raise NIB? Who is receiving the shares from Cable Bahamas? Oh, I knew you hit a pothole when you was texting me. Yes, this makes total sense. Now, good question. Good question. Pull it to the side next time. Text it. Don't hit no pothole. Don't mess up your transmission or your piston or your gearbox or your shocks. All right. So, let me look at it. We got another call, Mr. Producer. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, how you doing? This is Phil.
Hey, what's going on, Phil?
Everything good, Phil. Everything good. Naughty. I heard what the caller said before, just the caller that just called. And what I find to be interesting as the Bahamas as a nation is how we believe that, talking changes these situations. Most time when we speak to most of the issues in our country, we speak from a not knowing, a lack of information position because we don't actually know the numbers. We have been engaging in democracy that we were bestowed on by the English monarch, and the English have not elected a prime minister in almost 3 different parliamentary sessions.
They playing ping pong with that position over there.
Pardon me?
I said they playing ping pong with that position in the UK. Nobody wants that PM. Hot potato.
But it's clear that the whole process in which they do democracy, it isn't working. It hasn't been working, and one group of people continue to get rich from it. It's like, why we don't see that the entire process isn't working to the extent that the change that we want, because it's doing what it's supposed to do. It is a system. And systems work where you have institutions that we still, like, for example, I'll give you something just to think about. If we want to change call a referendum, stay on the whole citizen policy, we have to use the metrics by which they tell us to use. If we want to protest, we have to ask the powers that be. So why would we think that if they set in the rules, we are now able to make changes by the rules that they set? And it's constantly coming out with the same result. It's a classic form of game theory, and it's amazing that how we can't see what's going on.
Oh, you see, you said keyword a Game of Thrones theory, right? So you see all the fiefdoms at work, right? You see all the
I'm talking about game theory, like a projected analysis on how to create outcomes.
Okay, all right.
It's literally a political, it's basically a way that the North Americans and the American power structure is raised.
No, now that you clarified yourself,
groups of people.
No, now that you clarified yourself, I got you. Be good.
Yeah. So with that in mind, when you have that, like for example, the Confederates of the weak that coming up and speaking there a little bit, they will never have the capacity because they would never be able to wield the power. And then the power that is real, that continues the whole system, is based on people who have money.
Who got the bag? What we talked about yesterday on the show. The bag ain't reached yet. You could beat up all your guns today, but remember the bag plays a key part in every election. Period.
Exactly. And the people that control the bag have vested interest. The Bahamas is a lot of clarity of things that we don't know about. people who making the money aren't complaining, and then the middle class is paying all the bills.
And if we have no information to figure out what's going on, we can stay in the dark with the wool over our eyes and be the conch.
And we making these projections based on, I don't know where some of these projections is be coming from that these people is be making on what need to change or what they got do. They ain't gonna do nothing. They doing what they want to do.
All buck up go.
And there's nothing much you can do because their power is not vested within in the everyday person, and it's impossible to galvanize the everyday person.
And listen,
in this
that's why I was saying, when I misunderstood what you said earlier, because it kind of broke up. But you got to look at the Game of Thrones theory too. There's a lot of fiefdoms in all these political parties hard at work right now. People posturing, positioning because they smell blood in the water. This administration, what administration do you remember in recent history within the first 15 months has received such horrible ratings as this administration?
Yeah, but it's working out perfectly. And if you don't have, it's like, for example, most of the people are going to, like, it's been happening from the time where the Bahamas was created. Most people, Bahamians didn't have a rightful stake in constructing the Constitution. The way we have to go and speak towards our issues, we have to go and use their rules, and it's their playbook. And when I say their, it's the people who really make the most money from this country. And, it's sad, but it's the truth.
That's
and
why I always say,
looking at these schematics,
connect the dots, follow the money. That's the age-old thing right there. Connect the dots, follow the money, and you'll see the light.
Right. And Noddy, if you look at this, for example, social media influencers have the capacity to make thousands of dollars. Why don't you think about it? Why in our educational system
we don't empower people
doing family life and not learning about social media, and there isn't a whole part of our educational system dedicated to it, or teaching the unadulterated truth about the history? You can't. If that happens, then you have people that are more aware, and then you have people who will observe what these people do
but
and not what they say.
Part of the theory is you dumb them down, so every 5 years you could fool them with anything.
Right.
So now we got to start building up and educating them, so every 5 years you could ask the good question, answer the good questions is going to make the country better.
Right. And think about it, Noddy. If you have every 5 years, you have some of these politicians been serving for like 30 years.
Yeah, that shelf life politically is expired. They need some new blood in there, I agree. But Phil, I got to get to the break. I appreciate your call. Don't be no stranger because you always got good points, bro. I got a texter that just texted and said, to tell your caller, tell Phil, there is no more middle class. It goes strictly on the poor. And I got to agree because the last time I checked, our middle class is foreign of a lighter hue with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a briefcase. Let's get to the break. The Wednesday, February 8th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this. Good stuff, everybody who chimed in so far.
When I got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Is your 2023 goal to move into your own home? Well, future homeowner, enjoy another payday. Build or buy a home with financing from CIBC First Caribbean, and you'll receive cash back every month for 1 year. A home is one of your greatest investments, so secure one soon. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/homeowners payday for more info. Offer valid from January 9 through to March 31, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Whether your business is in-store, on the go, or both, let Fidelity work with you to maximize your customers' payment options with a fixed or mobile terminal so that you never miss a sale. It's safer than cash and more convenient so that you can take your business anywhere. For details, contact a business development officer today at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport, or visit our website at fidelitygroup.com.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Talking Heads, the Wednesday, February 8th edition continues right now. Is that a new caller or that's the same one? I have to go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, what's going on?
What's going on?
I actually yesterday to find me department which is functioning properly.
I still check it.
But I got another chance for you.
Wait. What Brave to say?
Well, I don't recall.
I don't recall. I don't recall finding one. I'm sorry, I don't recall.
Well, find me a piece of legislation, a meaningful piece of legislation that will affect the Bahamian people. Also, add that to your list of challenges since this administration has put out since they came up.
Can I answer
Let me
that
ask
in
you a
advance
question.
as well? I don't recall that either.
Isn't the government have a minority share in the Port Authority? I think it's 7% shares in the Port Authority.
I know it's some share they do have, but I don't know what percentage it is.
So why isn't the government have a voice in the Port Authority? Why isn't someone that represents the government around the table doing the decision-making process in the Grand Lama Port Authority?
Because, that might not be good for business.
But you understand what I'm saying, right? If you're a minority
You
shareholder
understand
in
what
the
I'm
company-
saying, right? Okay, yeah, be there.
And this company will adversely affect your people. Wouldn't you want to have a say in that?
You should.
You should.
If
You know,
not
so
for
now
yourself,
here
for
the
the people,
gov-
regardless of how you feel personally on the matter, is what you need to do for the betterment of the people in the country.
Yeah, now me personally, I think the Port Authority, the government should even look at purchasing the Port Authority. Me and any civil-minded Grand Bahamian would throw gas on that idea. That's a stupid idea for the government to have any say in the decision, ownership in the Port Authority. Reason why I said that, look at Nassau versus Grand Mama. Look at Api Rock versus Grand Freeport. Look at Pinners Plain, Lewis Yard versus Freeport.
It's a
You know what I'm
myriad.
saying?
Yeah, I mean, and those have been going on for a minute.
Yeah, and I saw the proceedings in the House today, right? And this just goes to show to contempt that this government has towards the Bahamian people. I mean, they have no respect at all for the Bahamian people. None at all.
No, and you know what I find very, interesting? That the PLP postponed the question day again. And they're supposed to do that every second Wednesday of every month. And they were very hard on the previous administration when Dr. Minnis, who was another one who liked to avoid that like the plague. Okay? Why isn't he doing it? But now all of a sudden they're in power, heavy as the head that wears the crown, and all of a sudden you're not showing up to question day?
Well, I know one thing, and the Prime Minister, I think he made a personal promise. Not a personal promise. I think he made a promise to the party, to the supporters, and to the BMN people, that he's determined to be the worst Prime Minister than far beyond Dr. Minnis and former Prime Minister.
Yeah, I'm telling you something, though. Check this out, caller. Minnis left 37 questions unanswered during his time as Prime Minister. All right, so I see why he wasn't around for no Q&A with the press, because he never been on that run. He looked like a hypocrite doing it now.
Yep.
Okay, but, one left 37 questions unanswered. This set not answering questions, and we need to know, because at the end of the day, the bottom line is it's our money and it's our country.
Well,
they work for us.
We still need to know what's going on with DPL. We still need to know what's going on with the with immigration.
And the shanty towns.
Exactly.
The Procurement Act, we obviously need that. You repealed it. Whether you're going to replace it or bring that back, the Freedom of Information Act that we desperately need that was promised.
Well, not just that. Most importantly, we still need to know the details about the sovereign, the sovereign.
Correct. And carbon credits as well.
Exactly.
And where they're going to go.
About that.
And now you're talking about blue economy. Yep. Blue economy, believe it or not, if you want to protect the blue economy, you got to say no to oil drilling right now. Send them licenses and cut that out. But notice you're hearing none of that, because you know why? You can stall it out and come a couple years outside election. Watch who can show up looking for oil license with big bag. Watch and see.
Well, let's look at that oil company. Let's look at their legal team. The Prime Minister and the Minister of Transport. But still yet, the Prime Minister is doing this worldwide tour about the environment.
Yeah, very, very hypocritical. The hypocrisy of this democracy.
But yet, he is part of the legal team, or was the advisor, or in some capacity, with regards to the company that's here to drill oil.
Yes, indeed. They all had affiliations at one point in time. I got a text to the champion saying, "Naughty, remind your caller in Grand Bahama, he could pull a page out of Perry's book. Brave should also. How about this one? It's not my portfolio." That's another good one too. When you call me tomorrow, guess what I can tell you? It's not my portfolio.
All right, but I'll call you out another challenge to this list.
All right, man. You have me challenged for the rest of the year. This was a 10,000 piece jigsaw puzzle, bro.
All right, man. Take that.
Be safe. Always good to hear from you, man. Be safe, Grand Bahama. All right, couple of things before you get out of here, man. Good stuff as always. Got to remind you as we get to the break, and the news coming up out of the break. Great first hour. Great way to chime in, everybody, on the text lines and on the phones. Got to remind you, though, as we get to the break, get ready for some football. KFC scores big with game day wings. Right in time for the Super Bowl. Enjoy 12 saucy wings in your choice of barbecue, classic buffalo, or mango habanero for only $14. Touchdown at KFC when it's all finger-licking good. Starts tomorrow right in time for the Super Bowl. All right. With that being said, Mr. Producer, let's get to the break. News coming up out of the break. And, we'll get to sports in the 5 o'clock hour. And yes, all of you bronzexuals, we're going to talk about Braun breaking our record. Oh, we can talk about that. Oh, yes, indeed. But nonetheless, as we get to the break, listen, Mr. Producer, I saw a photo circulating around of an MP number 12. You were driving a Cube. I've seen the picture. A Cube, a white Cube, MP 12. I just want to let you know that on today, February 8th, 2023, I noticed that you driving a white Cube MP 12. It's the license plate. It's an official plate. On this day in 2023, you're in a Cube. Come 2026, if you're going out of office, I don't need to see you in a Benz, a Beamer, or a Range. All right, MP number 12, have a good one.
Experience a flavor explosion with the new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich from Dunkin'. loaded with juicy chicken, marinara sauce, a generous drizzle of pesto sauce, all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant. Made to order all day long, the Dunkin' Italian Mozzarella Chicken Sandwich Combo includes a bag of baked lays and a freshly brewed iced tea. Enjoy a taste of Italy in every bite. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's, well worth the trip.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers, we've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dream come true. We playing with Island Games.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, CNC Hardware Locksmithing, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, Island Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, J.S. Johnson, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
The Wednesday, February 8th edition of Talking Heads continues right now. We're into the 5 o'clock hour. 5:10 p.m. is the time. And, of course, you know, we got to set it off like we always do with Today in Sports History. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Yes. And it's always well worth the trip out there to Naughty Johnny's. Don't forget, today's Wednesday. It's happy hour from 5 to 7. Just started. Great cocktails, great highballs, great food specials. Give them a call, see what's going on. 377-76. 377-7776. 377-7776. All right? So we wait for Purdy to zoom in. I think Peter's trying to zoom in as well, too. You got Peter yet? Purdy yet? Keep an eye out. Both of them will be chiming in. But right now, let's check out Today in Sports History. Like I said, all brought to you by Naughty Johnny's. And let's see what transpired on this day, February 8th, in sports history. In 1896, the Western Conference was formed by representatives of Midwestern universities. The group changed its name to the Big Ten Conference. 1936, the first NFL draft was held. Was the first to be selected. He went to the Philadelphia Eagles. 1950, the AP, the Associated Press, named Jim Thorpe and Baby Didrikson Zacharias the greatest male and female athletes of the first half of the 20th century. 1984, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar broke Wilt Chamberlain's record of 12,681 field goals. He scored 15,836 field goals before retiring in 1989. And how ironic that last night, LeBron James broke it a day before the anniversary. 1991, Roger Clemens signed a contract with the Boston Red Sox that paid $5,380,250 per year. And no, I'm not having a bout of Michael right now, like the former MP for Michael. No, I'm good. $5,380,250 per year. It was hyphenated onto the next line. That's why. 1996, Charles Barkley became the 22nd player in NBA history to reach 20,000 points. 1997, Scotty Bowden's NHL regular season game as a coach. 1997, Mike Gartner of the Phoenix Coyotes became only the sixth player in NHL history to get 600 career goals and 600 career assists. 1998, the first female ice hockey game in Olympic history was played. Finland beat Sweden 6-0. 2003, Mario Lemieux of the Pittsburgh Penguins became the second fastest NHL player to reach 1,000 career assists. And your sports quote of the day, you got to be careful if you don't know where you're going because you might not get there. Yogi Berra. And that's a wrap on Today in Sports History. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. And don't forget, it's happy hour Naughty Johnny's, 5 to 7 p.m. tonight. Be sure to go down there and check them out. Nothing like happy hour at Naughty Johnny's. All right, a little FYI for you. Don't forget, it's all about CNC Hardware and Locksmithing. They got the best automotive car key prices in town right now until February 14th. They're having a Valentine's sale. Awesome savings on car keys. If those keys are going, you need a spare, be sure to check them out. Get it ahead of time. Don't let it be too late. Mr. Producer, have a look at the Zoom. Pearlie's trying to zoom in, so keep an eye out for him. He says he's trying to get in, so you know how Pearlie go. He tried once or twice, can't get in. Bam, air fryer, he's gone. He's chefing it up. Some getting lemon glazed or honey glazed. So we'll see. But yeah, Mr. Producer, see if you could let him in. Keep an eye out for him. He's right there. The link good? Or have you changed the link on me? All right. So we'll wait for Pearlie to chime in. Peter should be chiming in short order as well. But don't forget, like I said, CNC Hardware and Locksmith, and they got the best prices in town right now on automotive car keys. All right? You can do your change-ups. If they go in, you don't want them to break. All right? So take advantage of this great sale opportunity right up until February 14th. They're open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. All right? They cut and program almost any car key with quality service. Give them a call today, 803-4899. 803-4899 or 393-4058. Okay? CNC Locksmith, and they're definitely going to get it hooked up for you. All right? Especially, and it's not just the car keys. The full locksmithing service, home alarms, security cameras, and so on and so forth. Full line. So be sure to check them out. All right. So now, we got Pearlie. You good? You got Peter. So be still looking for Pearlie. All right, what's going on, Peter? What's going on, Peter? What's good with you, man?
Man, I am here living the dream.
I know you popping in and popping out today because duty calls, but I know tomorrow we got a special interview tomorrow, correct? With
Bang, Muhammad Ali time, buddy. Bahamas Boxing Federation president.
We're talking
Valentino Knowles. When it comes to this show, we don't pull any punches. It's KO every day.
Yeah, and if you pull a punch with them in studio, you're going to get punched, not me. So that's coming on tomorrow, so we'll definitely chop that up. In addition to that, like I said, it's good to get caught up with those guys as well. Because, boxing is near and dear to the show. We want to do everything we can to continue to promote the sport of boxing. And big up to Wellington Miller, too. He's doing some other things with boxing as well, too. Big showcase coming to town. So we got to get him on the show and talk that as well. But I'm looking forward to that conversation tomorrow, man, for sure.
Yeah, and don't forget, this show is also the home to Bahamas Wrestling Entertainment. So we got everything. We got boxing, we got wrestling.
Yeah. We got a little bit of everything there, Peter. A little bit of everything.
In fact, I'm not mistaken. I remember you were there when the folks from America Wrestling Entertainment was down there by that
was at Loyola Hall back in the day.
Loyola Hall, yeah. You were doing the play-by-play, doing the commentary,
ring announcing, and all of that stuff too.
I was pretty alive.
We'll turn that over to you to do this time, man. We'll get you out there. Yeah, in the ring.
I did the last. I know I did the last boxing event that Valentino and Kishno had control over.
Yeah,
so
man.
I was out there doing announcement for that.
And like I said, I'm looking forward to talking to them as well because, like I said, they've been hard to pushing on, the sport of boxing and getting it rejuvenated. I see that trying to make things happen out there at the gym. So it's definitely important.
They're also in yellow elder primary.
Right.
So, if you're looking to pick a fight, if you're in the Bahamas, they're going to pick a fight. Don't mess with the yellow elder school kids. They've been doing boxing lessons.
Listen to you. Oh, God.
Go somewhere else.
No, just get more kids in the gym so everybody knows the sweet science. Everybody learns how to condition and train and box and all that good stuff.
I heard a rumor that, just a quick side note that D'Angelo Russell, the snitch.
I'm looking at it now. They're looking for a trade to involve him going back to the Lakers, right?
I don't know, man. All
Lakers, Jazz, T-Wolves talking three-way trade.
Cell phone line around. Your boy like to expose your texts.
Yep. Well, listen, just right now, and we got any sighting from Purdy, Mr. Producer? Or we got to check him after the break? All right, well, we'll keep an eye out. But yeah, I'm looking at that, Peter. And the Lakers may be swinging for the fences now since the Kyrie Irving trade didn't go through. But what's on
the... Did you want Kyrie Irving? I had a feeling you didn't want Kyrie Irving.
He played at Duke, bro. That's all I'm going to say. And then remember now, I still got issues with Kyrie. Now, I don't have issues with the suspension. I think they were a little hard on Kyrie. And listen, I don't have a problem with some of the stances he takes as far as like racism goes and so on and so forth. But my biggest issue with Kyrie, he showed his entire bogey years ago at the Jeff Rogers camp when Chicken, who was playing off at University of Houston, put the most defense on him, was all in his shorts, and he carried on like a petulant little mini version of LeBron, pouting, crying, belly aching, moaning, grabbed up his bag and left. So from that day to this, I didn't really want no part of Kyrie. Because he played at Duke. And back in the day, Duke beat my good friend Stacey Augman and UNLV Running Rebels, denied them a back-to-back tournament. And I still say the fix was in. And I couldn't stand Duke and Krzyzewski since then. And any part thereof that comes from Duke except for Grant Hill.
Now, sir, I must point something out to you because you were a bit disrespectful in your tone. There is a new NBA scoring champion, so be careful how you
we'll address that. We'll address that on the other side of the break when Purdy pops in.
Hey,
Purdy's here.
I don't know what was happening every time. I'm actually calling you from my phone because I'm driving to a function, but not driving. Literally, I'm being chauffeured. But it keeps bouncing back. So I didn't know what the problem was.
I give your chauffeur permission to slap you too.
Ain't that bad.
Okay.
Girl, I have something for you. I came across completely accidentally an air fryer cookbook. So I'll be getting that to you this week.
I may already have that, but I'd appreciate it if you do give it to me.
Yeah,
no
man.
Problem, my man. And
pick up
a good friend of mine there at the NIB. She's an accountant. She has an air fryer, and she said it is heaven. So I said, well, if you and Pearly say it's heaven, then I got to get one too.
Oh yeah.
Well, real quick, hey, big up the San Francisco 49ers. That's my cuz right there. Yeah, Megan, Kyrie did that thing right here at Jeff Rogers years ago. Absolute embarrassment. Anyway, guys, let's get to the phone lines. We'll talk potential Laker trades, and of course, we'll talk about the new scoring champion. But obviously, are the callers gone? All right, we'll let them chime back in. But right now, like Peter brought up, Pearly, Lakers are now swinging for the fences. Three-way blockbuster trade with the Jazz, Timberwolves on deck, according to Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN. In the reported negotiations, D'Angelo Russell comes back to L.A. along with Jazz swingman Malik Beasley, who's leading the league, I think, in three-point percentage right now, or in the top 5, easily. Russell Westbrook would be moved to Utah along with draft compensation, while veteran point guard Mike Conley plus picks would be directed to the Timberwolves. If it comes to fruition, the move would mark the return home for Russell, who the Lakers drafted 2nd overall in 2015. And then he went on to Brooklyn. And then from Brooklyn, he went out to Minnesota. Meanwhile, the Jazz would like...
He was at the Warriors, right, for a minute?
Was he? Yeah, for a hot second. Yeah, and he got traded to the Wolves.
Got a cup of coffee and took off, yeah.
Now, apparently, the Jazz will likely buy out Westbrook's contract following the proposed trade. So basically, he could end up on a playoff contender after a couple of weeks.
Or he could re-sign with the Lakers.
And apparently the writing now is done because Westbrook reportedly had a heated verbal exchange with head coach Darvin Ham at halftime of the Lakers' loss last night to the Oklahoma City Thunder and has taken up a full-time bench role for the first time in his career. He's averaging 15.7 assists and 6.2 rebounds in 28 minutes, which is great numbers, puts him in the category for 6th man of the year, but I don't think it's going to work in the locker room. So I was hearing potentially Westbrook to Toronto for Van Vliet and Gary Trent. I don't know. I like this D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley because both of them could shoot the 3-ball, both of them could create space, and both of them could knock down long-distance jumpers like what we need on this team, considering how we're going to play ball moving forward.
I like that move. I like him coming back home.
I liked him from the break. I think it was just maturity issues what got him into all that stuff with Swaggy P and so on and so forth. But can the kid play basketball? Yes. Can he shoot the 3? Yes. Can Malik Beasley be an instant plug-and-play 3-point shooter and wing and D guy? Yes. That's an improvement. And we only give up Westbrook and potential draft picks, and we got the rights to both of these players for the future. That's something that could fit nice with an AD and a couple other pieces component for life after LeBron. We won't be totally gutted. Like with Richie Hachimura, that's good. Go ahead.
Where is Swaggy P?
Out of basketball.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. I just hadn't heard his name till he brought it up.
Well,
where in the world is Swaggy P? I don't know.
Where in the world is Swaggy P? Well, anyway, let's get to the first break, gents. And on the flip side of the break, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, the LeBron in the room, the new all-time leading scoring champion in the history of the NBA. And we're going to bring it to you real about it. Pearlie, I want to hear your 2 cents. Pete, I want to hear your 2 cents. And y'all can get my 2 cents. All right? We'll talk about it on the flip side of the break as the Wednesday, February 8th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
When I got prostate cancer, I was going to live at Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
Going on in the world today? Only accepting cash at your business can be risky. Let Fidelity offer you and your customers safety, convenience, and the flexibility of a fixed or mobile terminal. Take it with you, on the move and on the go, because business should never stop. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit us at any of our branches.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make, we playing with Island Games.
Experience a flavor explosion with the new Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich from Dunkin'. Loaded with juicy chicken, marinara sauce, a generous drizzle of pesto sauce, all topped off with melted cheese and served on a warm, flaky croissant. Made to order all day long, the Dunkin' Italian mozzarella chicken sandwich combo includes a bag of baked lays and a freshly brewed iced tea. Enjoy a taste of Italy in every bite. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Talking Heads, the Wednesday, February 8th edition continues right now. We still got Peter, we still got Pearly. Or did Peter have to leave? Because I know Peter was pressed today. We got both of them. All right, let's open, guys. Pearly, Peter, let's have a listen, man.
You went downstairs to take a breaking.
No, I was right here just lining up a couple of clips for you, making sure everything was in order, and actually fending off a bronzexual who was trying to text, and he had 50 points in. I told him call the show, since you got that much to say.
The only good thing about yesterday was that he was 38. He scored 38 points in the 38th day of the year on the 39 years since the record and broken. That's the only good thing. So if you buy one, number 386 would be a good number to buy. Outside of that, I watched 80. 80 didn't even watch the shot. 80 was sitting down.
No, listen, man. If you're talking about numbers too, box 824 with the Island game. But let's go to the clip, Mr. Producer, man. Let's hear history in the making, man. I always love to witness sports history. The first clip, the actual shot. So here we go, man. Here's history in the making last night. LeBron James becomes the NBA's all-time leading scorer, surpassing who, in my opinion, could possibly be in the argument for the GOAT, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Coming to the end of the third quarter. LeBron James, a shot at history. LeBron stands alone. The NBA's all-time scoring record now belongs to LeBron James.
You can forward it to the part if he talks. If it's just that, exhibit of love and adoration, I'm used to it. I'm a late 61 and for 81 and, back-to-backs and three-peats. But nonetheless, congratulations to LeBron. The long journey, he's finally made it. He's the NBA all-time leading scorer. What's your take on it, guys?
I liken the points because, all they've been hearing, this is proof It validates him as better than Jordan. And I use the analogy of Frank Gore. I think is he third all time or something, fourth all time in rushing yards. And it's like, well, yeah, but Frank Gore is not in the same conversation as Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, and Jim Brown.
But did I hear you correctly?
Also had some longevity, and he actually been in the league that many years. One of the comedian friends of yours, Naughty Aries, he said, of course he can break the records. He's been in there effing long enough. He said, he's been there. He should break all the records as long as he's been in the league straight out of high school with no breaks and nothing like that. Been in the league 22 years, and he'll probably have 25 years in the league. He should be up there.
Now, Peter, did I hear you correctly say that he surpassed? Did you say?
Nobody who understands basketball would say that.
No, I'm asking you. I wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
Persons were saying that this is not surpassed, but this is proof. This validates, this adds on to the mountain of evidence, in their opinion, that LeBron is the greatest of all time.
Well, I mean, it adds on to the amount of evidence that he is one of the greats of all time. But if you look at comparable stats, and take Kareem, for example, who he just surpassed, he's still lacking in championships. Kareem's got 6. They both got the same amount of MVPs for the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. LeBron may have more finals MVPs, but when you think Kareem won championships with Magic and with Worthy, you understand why he didn't get MVP all the time. So you got to look at the body of work and determine everything, and you got to factor in the stats as well as the rings to make this accomplishment work, to figure out who the GOAT is. I think the debate is still open.
Well, I don't think it's a debate. I think that it's an insult to Michael Jordan when you say let's compare LeBron to Jordan. I think your top 3, and this is Kareem, and you could order these however you want to. I think you'd be right, but how you do it, how you do the permutations of saying you work Jordan, Kareem, and Russell. To me, you can argue those 3. In a lower tier, you have LeBron. You have Kobe, you have some others, but
Magic,
those are the top 3.
Duncan.
And again, what really shines, but you cannot get away from that. You can't. You cannot, just, well, he got stats. No, you play to win the game, correct? You play to win the championship game. So on the big stage, you're 4-6. And I would argue on that second tier also AI.
Yeah.
But that's a different conversation.
Yeah. Let's check the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
This is Pat. Good day, gentlemen.
Hey, good afternoon.
I just wanted to because I'm not no sports or basketball expert, right? But
Okay.
I happened to be watching Undisputed.
Okay.
With
Listen,
Skip
you
and
don't let
Shannon.
Stephen A. poison your mind now. But
No,
good show,
Skip,
good show.
The one with Skip and Shannon.
Oh, but don't let Skip poison
right,
your
and they
mind.
had a back and forth. They had a debate, a lively debate. But Shannon is a LeBron.
Big time
fanatic.
bronsexual, yes.
Right. And Skip is a Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
And
he's
they
a
were
Jordanite.
They were comparing the stats as to who is the GOAT, right? But what I want to ask you experts, is this. They both made good arguments. We all know what Michael Jordan, who he is and what he has done, as well as LeBron. Now, he has, I think, 3 championships, right?
LeBron has 4 in 10 trips, and he's lost 6 times in the finals.
Okay, so how do you, Mr. How do you evaluate or really come to the table out of those 2 gentlemen, who is the GOAT? Because LeBron has been in the league. He played for a longer period of time. Do you take that into consideration overall?
I'm glad you brought up that point, because the way I determine it, and I'm sure other people have their metrics to determine who their GOAT is or how they rank up.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if you have got 38,000 points, Kareem trails him. If you look lower down the scoring list, you'll see Jordan there, so on and so forth. Well, those are similar statistics. And then you could look at how long they played. Were they injured while they played? I mean, if Jordan don't take 3 years off to play baseball, we have a different conversation about the scoring record. So you have to take all the mitigating factors in. And championships help you determine, in my opinion, Those are that's the divider right there. That's the determining factor of the championships. Because you could have guys that play in different eras, put up multiple stats, and look great and dominate their era. But how much did they win? And at the end of the day, you play to win the game.
The win is the most important thing, I guess.
And if you ask me, you could keep every individual stat you ever won and just give me a championship ring for every one of them. I'd trade the scoring title, the rebounding title, the assist title for a ring any day.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see what you all thought about that, because it was really a good heated debate today on that.
I'm glad you listened to Undisputed in the morning and us in the evening. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'll have a great day.
Thanks, man, and keep listening. Keep calling in, too.
Thank you.
Boy, Pearlie, you know, we might be onto something with that Billboard and Cornhusker thing. You know what I'm saying? Pearlie going to the fryer. I want to thank Peter for chiming in today because Peter had duty calls, but he'll be in tomorrow again. But Pearlie, where do we go? We got Pearlie there or we lost Pearlie? Or did he mute himself? Unmute yourself, Pearlie.
No, I didn't mute. I keep dropping off.
Oh, okay. All right, but boy, look here, boy. We got people calling and comparing us to Undisputed, man. And I think we better than Skip and Shay Shay, if you ask me.
That'd be kind of cool.
You could take care of Skip, and I would be the anti-brunsexual that Shay Shay is. The ski up.
When you look at it, I'll give LeBron the benefit of the doubt in terms of longevity, the way he's taking care of his body.
Correct.
The way he's been able to stay in the league so long and play so many games.
He's great.
When you talk about winning championships, Michael Jordan is 6-0. Took a 2-year break, came back, won 3 in a row, took a 2-year break, came back, and won another 3 in a row. So you got to look at a lot of the different factors. Yeah, LeBron in the top 5. He's in the top 5, maybe top 10.
Top 10 for sure, maybe the top 5.
Now, when you look at people like Chamberlain and Jabbar in the scoring, they were no 3-point shooters. They weren't 3-point shooters. They were strictly 2-point to the bucket, drive to the bucket, score some
free throws. There you go.
And free throws. So, you have to look at all these factors.
And Kareem revolutionized the game with the skyhook as well, too.
And I'm not taking anything away from LeBron. One of the questions is he a great teammate? Some people don't like him. Some people didn't get along with some players. But a lot of people of his greatness, if you want to say it, demand you to play better ball, demand you to do things a lot. So, stuff like that you have to look at. So, at the end of the day, in my opinion, Jordan, Kobe, Chamberlain, Jabbar, and I'll throw Jordan and I'll throw LeBron in there.
Boy, somebody asked me to do a list the other day, and God knows I don't know if I could find it now, but I'll see. Let me see if I remember off the top of my head who I had. I had Kareem number 1, Jordan number 2, Russell number 3, but you could flip 2 and 3. I think I had Magic 4, Kobe 5, LeBron 6, Duncan 7. Who else? No. I had Larry Bird on there at 8. Somebody was at 9, and Hakeem was at 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. No, Magic. Magic had been left off that list. So yeah. Yeah. That was it right there. I had Kareem, Jordan, Russell, Magic, Kobe, LeBron. Who was number 7, man, on my list? Might have been Duncan. 8 was Bird. 9 was somebody else, and 10 was Elijah Warren. I'll try to find it and access it. Let's go to the phone lines real quick, though. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, what is that?
What's going on, brother?
Everything good. I was waiting on your call, but everything good.
Listen, I can't tell you where to lie. Jokers was off the chain last night, oversold. I thought I'd had 5 minutes, but I didn't. But I promise I'll get with you today, my brother, because it's a great idea, and I had some people follow up that are interested, so we off and running.
But listen, this is what I want to tell you, right? You're all talking about who is the best scoring, who win the scoring title, right? You're
right.
Talking about
well, we're just talking in general, yeah, stocks, right? about what happened last night.
Right. Now, let's put it like that, stocks. Could any one of y'all, between you and Pearl, anyone could say how long Kareem been in the NBA? I know he was 40-something when he retired.
Kareem played for 20 seasons.
He played 20 seasons.
Yeah, and he was about 40 when he retired.
Yeah, no, he's a little over 40.
Maybe over 40, yeah.
But 42, 43, something like that. But anyhow, LeBron what? This LeBron what? 18th?
No. This is his 20th too.
This is 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember now, he played straight out of high school.
Right,
Kareem played
right,
high school,
right.
college for 4 years, and the
Right.
pros.
Now,
Yeah,
I
you're,
want to say
you're right,
something
Caller.
to
He
you.
was 40. He had just turned 42 at the age of retirement.
Right. And you're speaking about stocks, right?
Right.
He just, LeBron 30 what, 38?
38.
Okay.
So the 4 years that he played while Kareem was in college makes up for that ability to catch.
That's what I'm trying to get to. I hear you was talking about stats, right?
Okay.
But LeBron scoring, he had that, right? When it comes to championships, he is what? He's put in 6.
4 and 6. 4 and 6. There's many above
No, I
him.
mean, when it comes to championship, he in what? In 6th place concerning stats?
No, you mean statistics in the championships, or how many wins in the championship?
Yeah. Like Kareem at 5, Kareem at 6.
What? What are you talking about? About rings?
Championship rings.
Yeah, Kareem won 6. Jordan won 6. Russell
had
won
6.
10. Magic won 5. Kobe
Right.
won 5. Duncan won 4.
Right.
Duncan won 5. Shaq won 4. You had Bird win 3.
Right.
You had a couple others with 3 and 4. And then
You'll put him concerning.
now, let me make a point. Let me make a point with the rings, though. We're talking about dogs, players with that dog in them, the face of the league, the best of the best at the time. We ain't talking about journeymen who piggyback on several teams like Rocket, 1-2 with the Rockets. I just want to clarify it. Not saying that you were going there.
I understand what you're saying, right? I understand what you're saying. But we're talking about the fellas them what up there.
Correct. So Kareem got 6.
Statistics.
Right.
LeBron in 6. Let's put LeBron in 6th place.
Right.
Right? Okay. Now let's look at rebounds. You think you have any statistics on rebound concerning that same crew right there?
Well, I can tell you Kareem had wait a minute. He played 1,500. He played 1,560 games, 1,560 games, 57,446 minutes. He made 15,837 field goals out of 28,307 field goals attempted. Had 3,189 block shots, 9,394 defensive rebounds, and so we're not even counting the offensive rebounds.
So hold on, no, we just
and then personal fouls were like 4,600.
The rebounds, so we'll put Kareem and Will Chamberlain and what the fella
Bill Russell. When you look at it, yeah.
What the fella name who just died the other day?
Kobe?
No, who used to play for the Boston? Who win the 11 championship?
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. We put them 3.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to rebounding. Them 3 will be the first.
And then when it comes to assist, you'd probably want to say LeBron over them because they played the center position and they didn't really have the ball in their hands like that.
Right. Then
but now,
LeBron,
if you want to compare a big man,
is what, 30 in assist.
Nah, first he's soon about to be first. He's soon about to pass. But guess what? Again, if you play 20 years and you play straight out of high school, straight through, you're gonna have that advantage.
Yeah,
because I could tell you the same thing. And let me pull just a page out of my boy Mama Buck. Lord bless the dead. You think if Kobe wasn't traded to the Lakers and he stayed in Charlotte for them first 2 years, he wouldn't have juiced up about 5,000 points between the 2 seasons with the green light? Because you got to put butts in the seat and you got to be the attraction in the face of the franchise.
Well, I think if Kobe didn't get hurt, I think he would have been way beyond.
But he's still in the top. Like he's up in upper echelon.
I think Kobe would have ended up with six championships.
But injuries got the best of him toward the end.
Injuries hurt him. That's my boy.
That's
my boy. Kobe was my boy.
I'll be honest with you. You look at LeBron. You know, LeBron's up there, but I'm not taking anything away from his achievements. I'm just looking at other people with similar stats did more winning. That's all I'm saying.
This is what I said. But this is what I said to say concerning the GOAT, right? I don't think LeBron is a GOAT. I don't think Jordan is a GOAT. You remember the fella who they really used to call the GOAT? You remember why they used to call him the GOAT?
Who they used to call the GOAT?
This fella used to, what the thing of name, what the park name in New York?
Are you talking now? Now you're talking Rucker Park. Now the GOAT. Right. You're referring to Earl the Goat Minigault, who was one of the greatest point guards of all time, but got sidetracked because he got sidetracked with drug addiction. But
he was the original GOAT, though.
He was the GOAT, and they called him GOAT because he was Earl the Goat Minigault because his name was Minigault, and they called him Gault for short, which became GOAT.
No, but the reason why they started to call him the GOAT.
It's because in a park game, he watched Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem watched him dominated Rucker Park and said he'd never seen an athlete like that control the ball.
You know what he used to do? You know that fella used to jump over the rim?
No, Earl the Goat Minigault used to be able to take $1 off the top of the backboard and put 4 quarters there. That's what his claim to fame.
You know what type of weight he used to do, Naughty? Huh?
I don't know what type of workout he used to do, but obviously, you saw the movie with Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle did a great job as the GOAT.
Listen to this, Naughty. He used to have 20 pounds wrapped around his waist, 10 pounds on his ankle. And this nigga used to be playing ball normally with fellas them, and he did that for a year. And when he take them off, that nigga was flying.
Let me tell you somebody comparable to Earl the Goat Minigault, all right?
Huh?
Another guy who played in the league who I thought was very comparable to Earl the Goat Minigault, kind of same situation with the drugs and stuff, was Michael Sugar Ray Richardson, bro. If Michael Richardson stayed in the league and was not sidetracked by drugs, he might have been in the conversation for the scoring title too, to this day, from the guard position. He used to light it up.
I think
started off with the Nets and ended up over in Europe.
I think if Bernard King didn't have the ankle problem.
Another one, ankle and knee. Bernard King was another great scorer.
No one would catch him.
Another one great scorer. Another one who I think could have put up a ton of numbers in his career and been in the conversation, but not for injury. Grant Hill was another one who had that complete body of work and great game.
Yeah, injury set him back too.
But like I say, the conversation's going to go on for a long time now because everybody got their variation of GOAT.
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't really too concerned about the GOAT. I just like how he surpassed a record that nobody thought would have been breaking.
What I like is when you see sports history, you actually watch it and you live it and you see it in the moment. It's always better than seeing it from a historical standpoint. When you actually see it in the moment, it's always great.
Yeah.
Like I'll always remember Tony Dorsey. I watched it on Monday Night Football. So I remember that. Yeah, I could see the video, but I remember it. Like Judge when he hit 62 this year. I remember it. I saw it. I watched it, you know?
Right. You watched when Kobe hit 82.
81 and 61 on the way out with a bad Achilles. Yeah, man.
Let me ask you something concerning that game. You don't think he might have been able to make that 100?
In the 81?
If they didn't bully.
No, boy. I don't know. He might have gone for it. You know how Kobe go 19 short of 100, boy. Mamba would have tried that.
Because you know they bully him, right?
Boy, look here. You know,
that bugged me though, when they bully.
You gotta love a kid like Kobe, man. Somebody laid it to me one time, and Shaq. Somebody told him, "Say, listen,
there'll never be another one like Kobe."
No,
man.
Kobe looked to do it in the face. They tell Kobe, say, "Hey, Kobe, ain't no I in team, right?"
Right.
He say, "But it's a me and not mofo." But I give credit to LeBron for the longevity. He's invested in his body and taking care of it.
Appreciate him. And you know what? You know what really make me appreciate it? That he did it as a Laker.
Yeah, I mean, that was good, him breaking Kareem's record as a Laker. But the Lakers still lost the game last night.
Yeah, I know
the Lakers still ain't in playoff contention. The Lakers still got issues. The Lakers need to hurry and make this D'Angelo Russell trade today.
I say, like I even the thing, I'm scoring dial, but man, make it look good.
In the process. Because I remember Kobe won with 81 and Kobe won with 61.
And they win the game.
Yeah, I throw in shade too. Because I have a Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you chiming in. Yeah, man, well, we got to get to the break. Errol going to the Fat Fryer, but we get into the break, and Rich Eisen going to take us home today. He got a full recap of the Super Bowl, updates from the Super Bowl, and the condition of Mahomes' ankle. So that'll be taking you home, man.
And don't forget to give me a shout.
I will, man. I'll give you a shout tonight, man, right after 9 when they get off stage at Jokers.
Okay.
You got a good idea going there, bro. We going to make that happen. All right, man. Good stuff today. Everybody who chimed in, thanks to Peter, thanks to Pearlie, and everybody who chimed in. Good stuff. We're going to take a quick break. Flip side of the break, Rich Eisen taking us home, getting you all caught up with the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. The latest on Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, and the Eagles. Taking you home on today's edition of Talking Heads. We'll see you tomorrow.
favorite Frito-Lay chips, Cheetos, or Tostitos and salsa to the party, and you will be the MVP and have a chance to win cash. To chips, Tostitos, salsa, or Cheetos from participating grocery stores. Think you can throw the football? Come and play the Throw and Win game this Saturday, February 11th, 1 to 3 p.m. at Solomon Super Center. Just throw the football through the uprights to win instant prizes. Frito-Lay chips distributed by Island Wholesale.
John's January sale has begun, and you don't want to miss out on one of the greatest savings events of the year. 25% off shoes, bags, accessories, and clothing in either of our John's shoe stores or John's fast fashion clothing store. 10% off Timberland brand products, 15% off Sperry footwear, and don't forget our nursing and hospitality uniform store. John's Kiawear, which is also 25% off everything. Whatever your footwear needs, come into John's. Palmdale or Carmichael Road, January 24th through 31st to start the new year off right. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Here we go. J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents are the best. Reliable service, we've been on the scene, protecting since 1919. J.S. Johnson Insurance has stood the test. You're always covered with J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Flavor alert! The Dunkin' Maple Sugar Bacon Breakfast Sandwich is the perfect blend of maple and smoked bacon in every bite. Enjoy a fluffy egg, melted Swiss cheese, and sweet caramelized maple sugar smoked bacon, all stacked on a warm, flaky croissant. Make it a combo with lightly seasoned hash browns and your favorite freshly brewed Dunkin' coffee. Tap into maple flavor today at Dunkin'. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs spoke today. We're going to hear from the Eagles later on today. They speak one more time tomorrow, the players do. The coaches speak one more time after that. And then nothing but the football remains for the Super Bowl 57 week here in Arizona. And we're thrilled not only to bring our show from Los Angeles to here, and when we do that, we also bring our Emmy Award-winning coverage of Patrick Mahomes' ankle. Now, you know that we have had Ankle Watch 2023 in a way that I would put our ankle coverage up against anybody else. And we don't have like orthopedic surgeons on our program. We don't do that sort of injury conversation. No. What we do is just focus on the ankle itself. With any video that could be possibly shot by anybody that's actually at these press conferences. As you know, we were the first to show you how Mahomes is going to be fine in the AFC Championship game in the way that he got up and down from a riser very similar to the one that our set is built on right here. At any rate, I have set up our Ankle Watch coverage by reminding everybody how expert we are at it, and the fact that Patrick Mahomes spoke again about his ankle today. I could have easily just thrown to the soundbite, but I wanted to give ourselves a pat on the back. Here's what Patrick Mahomes had to say about his readiness for Super Bowl 57 on that supposedly highly sprained ankle.
Last week you had mentioned that the ankle was preventing you from really stopping with some of the pain. Where are you at, and how close do you feel like you are to just doing everything that you'd be able to normally do with the injury?
Yeah, I don't think you'll know exactly until you get to game day. I'm definitely in a better spot. I definitely can move around better than I was moving last week or 2 weeks ago. And so it's just trying to continue to get the treatment and the rehab as close as I can to 100%, and then rely on some adrenaline to let me do a little bit extra when I'm on the field. So it's going to be definitely better, more mobile, be able to move around a little bit better for sure. And then we'll see on game day how close to 100% I can be.
All right, I take two things from that. The first thing I take from it is that we are so damn bored waiting for the Super Bowl to actually kick off that I wouldn't be surprised if somebody actually takes a microphone and sticks it in Patrick Mahomes' ankle and starts to interview the bone itself.
I would do that.
And just like, so tell me, how do the ligaments feel? Yep. What are we going to, honestly, I personally think that there's not going to be any problem.
Unless he gets hit on it, I can't imagine that he's not going to be 100% and the Patrick Mahomes MVP we've seen all year.
Andy Reid said that the entire playbook is available.
I definitely don't think he's going to be 100%, though. I was watching today. Still a little bit of...
What'd you see?
Oh. Well,
TJ, if you're going to bring... bring any information to the table for our Emmy Award-winning ankle coverage, you understand it's a very high bar. So what are you talking about?
I understand that, and I use my years of working at Foot Locker. Like I told you, I know about supination of the foot. So the way I watched his gait, he didn't look 100%. He looked like he might be about 85, but well enough to continue on with the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Very good. Next,
Years working at
we
Foot
should
Locker.
we should have a like a referee jersey available for you to put that stuff on.
I have one.
I left.
I brought
mine at
one.
home, too.
Very good. Did you really bring one?
Yeah, I have a ref jersey.
Of course he does.
He didn't bring it.
I have a Rich. I
brought
packed
it?
a lot. I drove out.
He drove a car here, man.
I got a lot of stuff with me.
I honestly think this
That's
is
how we're
not going to
getting
be an
the cactus
issue. I think he's actually going to be better than we saw in the AFC Championship game, and I don't think this is an issue at all. And now we're just focused on legacy questions for him, quite frankly. And that is he going to show up to this game and win this football game and get one closer to Tom Brady? Joe Montana, who's won 4 times and used to have the standard set in this department, is going to join us in hour number 2. But here's what Mahomes asked. I got what he was asked about. Is that what he was asked? Because what he's chasing, there we go, which is an interesting choice of words since apparently, he's got a bad
Well, it's
ankle.
a must-win game, Rich.
Oh,
As
yeah.
we've
Okay,
established.
here's what it is.
What are you chasing?
What I'm chasing is I never say I'm chasing a player. I'm chasing that I don't want to have any regrets when I step off this football field. And I understand how lucky I am to be in this organization. I understand how lucky I am to play with guys that are going to be Hall of Famers. And so when I look back at the end of my career, I don't want to look back and be like, man, I didn't give everything I have to win Super Bowls because of the great people I have around me. And so when I get done with my career, I just want to make sure that I know that I gave everything I had on that football field.
He's chasing Brady. I mean, that's it. That's what every quarterback's chasing, but he's still in the part of his career where it's absurd to sit here and say, I'm chasing Tom Brady because he's not even 28 years old. This is what the question that we're referring to, or the media is referring to when asking him who he's chasing. Right now, all he's doing is just chasing a championship and start stacking them. And then once he stacks enough of them, that's when he can potentially turn his attention and say he's hitting this sort of button by saying, I'm going after Tom Brady. Can you imagine if he came out and said this, I'm chasing Tom Brady right now? I mean, like that's who he's chasing.
I'd respect it. I'd respect the moxie. But look, he's in year 6, year 5 as a starter. Like, this is where he's at. And he's had tremendous success early on. So this is going to be the conversation the rest of his career.
I was talking to DP on his show today about young quarterbacks who have been that successful at this age. So you could sit here and say, who can actually run down Tom Brady or get in his area code not named Patrick Mahomes? And, so there's 2 of those. I'll take the other one first, which is which other quarterback that's young enough and good enough right now and has the ability to potentially start winning and be so generationally by a talent that can do it. Obviously, that's Joe Burrow in my estimation. Joe's the only other one who can start to get back to Super Bowls and start to win. He's made 2 AFC Championship games in a row. And obviously, we'll see what happens once he gets totally paid to the rest of that roster. But other than him, I don't know who else could start to put seasons together to get to the Super Bowl, and you could sit here and assume he can get to the Super Bowl enough other than Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is the only one with a win right now of all these young Turk quarterbacks. So that's one. And the other one is another guy who I thought had a chance at some point to start to get in this direction and had, like Mahomes, a chance to get closer to Brady by actually beating him in the Super Bowl is Russell Wilson. Yeah. Everybody kind of forgets because of what just happened with the Broncos Nation Country Lex Ride disastrous year in Denver. But Russ came out of the gate and started winning division titles, and he started winning NFC championship games. He was the guy that would get into the divisional round every year, either by being the 1 seed and getting to the divisional round or winning a couple playoff games, a wild card game, either at home or on the road. And he had that going on. And he really did.
I'm just looking at it right now. So his first 9 years in the league, he won 98 games.
Right.
267 touchdowns. Obviously won a Super Bowl, been to another one.
Won 2 Super Bowls.
He made 8 Pro Bowls in 9 years. I mean, Russell Wilson has every accolade that you could possibly, except for an MVP. And that's a 9-year run. That's not just the first 5.
It was a spectacular first few years of his career, and you said 9-year run, and you take a look at the first 5 years of his career, and he was on a path.
Oh, yeah.
And the question is going to be part of a franchise where suddenly that path starts to go a little bit wayward and he's going to wind up somewhere else in his 30s. Of course not. This guy is going to be like Brady, where he's going to be with this team for a very long time. And I doubt there's going to be any fall off. I don't sit here and think in any way, shape, or form that if he ever decides in his mind's eye, I'm going to chase Tom Brady, he can do it. Now, there is the Philadelphia Eagles standing in his way this year. And if he does not win this one, then obviously he will still only have one. And Brady can just sit back and start smoking cigars like he's the 72 Dolphins, and start popping champagne corks. That's the way this is going to go from now on.
He's turning to Mercury Morris now?
That's what I truly